and throw them on the floor.
Oh, yeah,
dance
we just
around
need to-
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
to the moonlight, Louisiana Saturday night, yeah.
Yeah.
And two ice cream soups.
It has another stanza, let's see.
And that's exactly what they were, ice cream soups. I like
Sitting
the
on,
blue
sitting on a log
And my rice and chicken.
with a one-shot rifle with my dog, waiting for the kinfolks to call now.
I remember, and they don't do it anymore, but I remember they taught square dancing in the school.
I was forced to learn how to dance. We did. My mother put me in dance class. I was in my fourth grade. Waltzes and all that stuff.
Did you spray dance, Caroline? About to your part?
Yeah.
Bon's cup.
Neighbors too.
Well, you know what my favorite square dance is, a cartoon where Bugs Bunny.
Yes.
And he goes, slap, pull your beard. Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Jump in the mud and roll around.
Yes.
Jump in the creek and swim around. Yeah, that's great. That's almost as good as the frog, remember the guy that finds the frog?
Oh, the one who won't sing.
Yeah, the frog. that won't
Michigan
sing.
frog.
Michigan J Frog, that's
Yes.
right. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my right tongue dog. Real love, touch.
It's gets stuck in cartoons.
There's a friend of mine who's from Egypt every night, and my next door neighbor would go, yes, that makes it very funny. Okay, I forgot the sign. So this is waving, going to the grand jury. So. This wave going to the grand jury. And one sign like this. In other words, we can't get in front of the judge unless we go ahead and agree to skip over the grand jury and say if we want to see by. Okay, now it's.
All right, everybody ready? And Deputy Lord, we're still gonna need them back anyway because this isn't working.
Oh, that's right, I saw it this morning.
Okay, thank you. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 6552W, State of Texas versus Pedro Matamoros. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Hank Wilkins for the state, Your Honor.
Jim Oltersdorf for Mr. Madeline.
And are you Mr. Matamoros?
Yes, ma'am.
How do you pronounce your last name?
Matamoros,
And how do you pronounce your middle name?
apreciado.
All right. Well, I may be able to get the last name. I don't know about the middle name. I'll work on rolling my R's. All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Matamoros, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it?
Yes.
Next, I'm going to show you what's entitled waiver of indictment, reading of information and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you understand you have a right to have a grand jury hear the evidence in this case and make a decision on whether or not to indict you? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that your attorney has certain rights as well? Mainly he has 2 days from the presentation of the information and 10 days from the presentation of the information to prepare for trial. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived indictment, reading of information, and rights under Article 1.051 and 26.03 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. Showing you what's entitled true bill of, information. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, are you proceeding on the information? State, are you proceeding on the information as presented?
Yes, Your Honor. The only thing I wanted to clear up with the court is that this initially came in as an aggravated robbery, but we're actually proceeding as just a robbery, Judge.
All right. Any objection?
No objection.
All right. And do you waive the reading of the information, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Matamoros, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of robbery? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, off the record for a moment.
Can you let Norman know I need a reset date for sentencing on this because the state is silent?
We're back on the record. Did you understand if you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea? If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred, it's for the defense. If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes to both questions.
Mr. Matamoros, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Excuse me?
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page, did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $500 fine. State is silent on your application. This will run concurrent with County Court 2 cause number 710670. State will take in consideration 2023 CR 3373. County Court cause number 710671. There's to be no contact with Tiffany, Tiffani, Aries, Ayres, Wayne McClintock, Esquivel, is it Esquivel?
It's spelled in an unusual way, Judge. So I think maybe Ezekiel, it's Ezekiel, but just spelled in an unusual
All
way.
right. Ezekiel, Esequiel, Rivas, Best Western at 6855 Northwest Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas, 78238. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Then to the alleged offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
No contest.
State any evidence to support the defendant's no contest plea?
Your Honor, I submit State's Exhibit 1 in the attachments.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Montemoris, I'm going to show you what's entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to a jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence State's Exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. Thank you. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. We're going to come back on September 7th for sentencing. Does your client need a TAP evaluation?
Yes, please.
All right, so it'll be PSI and a TAP evaluation. I'll base my decision on your application based upon the PSI report I received, which is when somebody comes to talk to you. It'll be somebody from probation. They'll submit a document to the court. I'll review that and I'll base my decision of your application based upon that report and also any other evidence that's presented to me. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else that you need?
No, ma'am.
Right. Anything else, counsel?
No, thank you.
All right, so we'll be back on September 7th. Are you expecting him to bond out or?
I kind of doubt it. Well, they dismissed, no, I don't think so. He's got 70,000 in bonds, so.
All right, could you, just to be on the safe side, Caroline, could you give him a reset form?
That's a good idea.
Right. If you are bonded out, you need to make sure that you're in contact with probation, because if you miss reporting, then there will be an issue. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Hi, Mr. Sawyer.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. How are you?
Oh, I am great. I think your case has been recalled for tomorrow.
Judge, I'll come back tomorrow with bells on my toes.
All right, thank you.
My secretary got this case other on the wrong column.
Ah, okay.
That's why I was not here and I apologize for my absence.
No problem.
See y'all in the morning.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Sir.
We're done. All right, so Deputy Laura, we'll be back tomorrow at 9.